All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. And today we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. Let's show the talking points really quickly before we get into this. See, we got a bit of an S-word video, and we're going to be talking about Velis on the global side. So let's get into it right away and not waste too much of your time. All right, so first talking point, the S-word is coming to JP. We have a raid this week. It will not be starting till the 8th, so if you're wondering where all the JP is, still a few days away. Probably won't be dropped until the 6th of April, but we kind of already know the major thing now, and that is that there is going to be a raid. It is going to be a light/weak raid, so easiest raid imaginable. My Violet, my Locke, Lucio, my Thancred, and the list goes on and on, are ready to basically have me auto everything for the week. As for the rare raid, it will be against a wind elemental, so ice is the big one, and interesting, looks like magic and shooting. So of course, Eliza, the character, you can see right down there, he is going to be a large bonus unit, and Starlit Elena will be a big bonus unit. So if you have both of those big bonus units, congratulations, this should be a very easy week for you. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about what's the big bonus. Well, basically, I mean, the large bonuses are the two new characters. The Dolly is also in there, it's a little bit smaller. But looking here, this is probably the Starlit Elena card, which I expect will be getting a little bit of a rework on JP. We'll find out later. But there's also a brand new small card, too. It's nice. We get some SSR vision cards lately and some SSR characters lately, and both of those pretty nice. Other than that, it is a raid, but the big thing is that the sword of Elena looks like it will be being dropped in the raid this time. So if you complete the raid, you should be able to get a level 5 sword. It'll be interesting as well to see if this gets any adjustments, because Elena did get some buffs, as we talked about in a previous video. And I'm curious how much of a buff both the vision card and the sword, because they want people to get both of these. They want to reward people who got Elena. I guess reward away. Now, speaking of just what we have going on the JP side, I wanted to talk about my video content. And this week, I'm wanting to do, especially with the coming week, with Elena coming and being built better next week. I want to see how much of an impact she has on Arena, and I want to wanting to do some more content with Arena lately. So what we're going to be doing next, at the end of this week, I'm going to be showing late week, once the riffraff is kind of settled out, what the JP Arena meta is looking like. There's really not much going on PvP front right now in terms of like live PvP or anything like that. So I'm just going to be showing off some Arena matches. I'm going to do a bunch of extra work in Arena and just show matches in their full capacity and let people see with the teams that I'm currently running. I won't be making too much alterations. I just kind of want to show what works and what doesn't work against certain elemental teams. And as you can see on the JP side, I have a fair amount of variety. So, I'm looking forward to doing that for you guys later. But right now, too early in the week. Next week, we'll also be doing more arena-based. Check out how Elena does. JP. All right, and last but not least, we are going to be talking about Velis, the new character coming to global this week. And really quickly, just going to show it off. I don't have them. So before we get too far into this, I'm not a super big expert with this character, but I do like this character enough that I'm kind of familiar with him through some of the mission stuff, like the PvE. I think Velis is one of the Warriors of Crystals. I think I probably underestimated too much and also regret passing. I already have June. June is a fantastic character and is still a fantastic character. Setia, while being my personal favorite, has really kind of fallen off super hard since water was everywhere for a while, and fire is just kind of needing something at this point. But Velis in the last 2 weeks on the basically since Italia has come along, has been a really great character. I still think that matchup against Velis versus a Celeste and an Astoria is a pretty bad matchup for him, but as a mage-based character, he's really good for PvE. I think he's also really good on a pure ice elemental team. I think he's great, definitely not needing that Chaos Odin that some people pulled for in the previous week, but you look at it, he can be a really great backup character on a physical team. He can kind of slot in nicely with some water characters. I have seen the Astoria, Celeste, and Velis combination. I think it's really good. I think it's essentially like the, putting in Earth as well, but has way better offensive options to deal damage against. Velis is a character that, if you really like him and you're really wanting him, then I think you're going to be pretty darn happy. If you're content with what you have, or you're saving up for something else, don't worry. It's not the end of the world if you don't get him. And I still think that ice in general is really trending towards just a better physical party. Aswell, I think, is good. Rafal is a great selection quest character, and Eliza is a nice cap to that. So there is a really already great ice party. I don't think necessarily went too much, but I'm also not going to discount the fact I think Velis is by a good margin third best character. And the only reason I say third best is because June is just an amazing tank. She is really an amazing tank for going. So, yeah, I mean, like I put a like Astoria, June, and Celeste or Velis. Sorry, Velis, Celeste. If I could only put her on every list, is just great. Yeah, Velis, really strong mage character with good healing, and kind of just a cool design as well. I do think that you shouldn't necessarily discount him, but I get it. There's a lot of stuff coming. Velis may just not hit the budget. That was kind of the way JP side. And, if you do have that just abundance of riches, putting him on a team less or Victoria, that's just a really good team kind of thing without it being mono element. If we'll ever get a non-mono element limited week, it'd be kind of cool to just get something like you can't have same elemental characters, but spitballing here. So yeah, Velis this week, I think it's, if you don't need him, you don't want him, don't worry too much, but a really, really good character. Astoria coming in the future, of course, the global exclusive, which could end up being Reagan, which we didn't get. And there is, I guess, one other thing I want to talk about that's interesting with JP's month, which was in the producer live letter recently, which is right there it is. The producer live letter did show off schedule for Master Abilities 2s, and in the third week there is Rain and Laswell, both of them, which I want to say that there's probably some reason, because that is a character week and it can't just be incidents, but it has been a while since. Could be an indication that maybe whatever character is coming to global, maybe it's not a global exclusive. Maybe that's a wrong thing. Maybe it is going to be both version characters. That would be pretty interesting, because it seems like JP and global might be trying to close the gap. And it seems like that. I don't know. More speculation. So let me know what you think. If you think this has any meaning to it, will you be going for Velis? Will you be continuing on? Will you be waiting for something better? Anyway, That's all. Take care this week, and check out the Grandmaster video that I am going to be posting. Well, because it's a cool little free thing that you can check out and play free.